Algorithm, is that you? Is that you, algorithm? Do I see you? I'm doing a haul, so pick the video, okay?
My people, welcome back to my channel. I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. It's Miss Prissy, baby.
Please subscribe, I'm hungry.
Hey sister girl, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and become part of the family. In today's video, I will be doing a perfume haul, sharing with you all my new purchases, all the fragrances I have bought recently. I'll be telling you all about it. Now, this type of videos, I think the algorithm likes, and I'm hoping that you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'll be talking about the fragrances in the order in which they came into my collection, starting off with Electimos Mercurial Cashmere. Now this fragrance, there's been a lot of hype about it in the fragrance community, and in my opinion, I think the hype is justified. If I had seen this fragrance on a shelf, never smelt it, nobody had ever said anything, I would personally not even touch it, because the packaging is not my style. Packaging looks more masculine, and I'm very much a girly girl type of girl. However, the juice, love the juice of this fragrance. It's been my signature scent since it came into my collection. The backstory of how this fragrance landed in my collection: it was on my trip to Nigeria. I smelled it on a fragrance friend, I sampled it, and I was just like, you know what, I love this, I want it, and I'm going to get it. So as soon as I got back into England, it was on my wish list, and it was the first fragrance I purchased for the year. Like, this was the fragrance that diverged my fragrance journey of 2022. Like, this is it right here. This is the fragrance. This is the fragrance. I personally feel like this fragrance set the bar really high in terms of what my taste is going into 2022, the type of fragrances I want and I want to buy. Go ahead and watch my wish list video to see the type of fragrances that I'm wishing for this year. Anywho, so that is Electimos Mercurial Cashmere. This is a caramel tuberose sweet type fragrance. It is so long lasting. This fragrance lasts 8 hours. You get a full working day from it. It's floral, but at the same time, a guy can wear this. It's unisex in my opinion, but I can only speak from my perspective, and I think it's girly enough, okay? I think it's girly enough, but at the same time, I think it's unisex, because the first person I smelled it on was actually a guy, and when I smelled it on him, I didn't think, oh my god, why are you smelling like, you know, girly or smelling feminine. I personally think this is a very perfectly blended fragrance, and it's a perfect balance, so anybody can wear this. It is not blind buy safe, and this is a sample before you buy. However, the fragrances in my collection that smell like this, or if you like those fragrances, you would like this. I think if you like Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, you would like this, okay? I think if you also like 100 Silent Ways, you would definitely like this. It's in that family, that white floral sweet type fragrance. Mercurial Cashmere from the house of Electimos. I move on. Next fragrance that then came into my collection, there was a lot of talk, hype, campaign about this fragrance on Instagram, and I was like, okay, can you guys bring this out already? I want this so badly. And it's from Lancome. This is La Nuit Tresor Intense. It's a flanker of La Nuit Tresor. Just look at the bottle. With this fragrance, the major catch for me is the bottle. I'm just going to wait for the camera to focus on that. This fragrance was released about Valentine's time, and I think it was very appropriate for that time, with the color, with the rose and everything going on in it. This fragrance, in my opinion, is La Nuit Tresor, but with an additional almond and cherry note. So this is a cherry nutty fragrance with some vanilla in there. If you already own La Nuit Tresor à la Folie, you don't necessarily need this. If you have another cherry fragrance in your collection, you can layer it with your La Nuit Tresor, and you'll be able to get what this fragrance smells like. This is creamy, sweet, you know, gourmand type fragrance. If you're the sort of person who likes gourmand type fragrances, you would definitely like this fragrance. There's a bit of it that kind of reminds me of Terra di Joie from Giorgio Armani, and it's possibly because of that almond note in there, so I can see some similarities, but it's not as soft as Terra di Joie. In terms of lasting power, this is not the most long lasting fragrance. I personally would say that La Nuit Tresor à la Folie lasts longer, a bit longer than La Nuit Tresor Intense. You all already know how I feel about flankers of fragrances, but this was one that I was particularly excited about. So yeah, that is La Nuit Tresor Intense. Next on the list is one that I am so excited about, and it is Magenta Tanzanite from the house of Giorgio Armani. If you watch my channel a lot, you already know I have gone on and on about this fragrance. I have a whole review on my channel where I reviewed this fragrance, so if you want to learn about it, go ahead and watch that video. This fragrance has got some tobacco in it, it's got some warm spicy notes, some cardamom in it, some myrrh, some benzoin. This is a very creamy, warm, smoky, warm, spicy type of fragrance. If you're the sort of person who loves gourmand fragrances, warm, spicy fragrances, you'll definitely love this one. This is one that is very winter appropriate. I personally would not wear this during summer. I think this is more of a winter, you know, there's got to be a bit of chill in the air for you to wear this one. It's a really beautiful fragrance. For me, the bottle is the winner chicken dinner of this fragrance. Literally the most beautiful bottle in my collection, if I do say so myself. At the moment, this fragrance is quite soft in the way it projects, so it's not the sort of fragrance that would announce you in a room before you get into the room. It's a type of fragrance that you would definitely have personal enjoyment. You'll be able to smell it on yourself. I don't know about somebody smelling it on you. The day I wore it, I wouldn't say I got any compliments, you know, necessarily. I could smell myself, but nobody said, oh Priscilla, you smell nice. I'm just adding that information there. I'm not saying it's a horrible fragrance because nobody complimented me, but I just need to give you that additional information. This currently retails for £260 on the Armani Beauty website. There you have it, Magenta Tanzanite from the house of Armani. Next on the list from the house of xerjoff, we've got La Capitale. When this fragrance came into my collection, you all knew because I came on the channel and I could not stop talking about it. I couldn't stop showing it on my Instagram as well. This is a sophisticated, again in my opinion, unisex fragrance. The leather in this fragrance is done really well. It's not overly harsh. I could see a guy wearing this, I could see a lady wearing this. This is grown, this is spicy. As soon as you spray this, you definitely pick up on that pink pepper. I can definitely pick up on that oud. I can pick up on the leather in this fragrance. I can pick up on the rose in this fragrance. This is a beautifully well blended type of fragrance. It also has got some fruity accords to it, but it's not fruity in a fruity, but it's not overly fruity because it's got those oudy notes, it's got those pink pepper notes, balancing it out beautifully. This fragrance has got shared loads of notes, and I definitely give it to xerjoff. When it comes to blending fragrances, xerjoff do it really well. If you want to try something from the house of xerjoff, I definitely recommend La Capitale. Just look at that bottle. This bottle was my favorite bottle until Magenta Tanzanite came into my collection and then moved this a bit back. But yeah, there you have it, La Capitale from the house of xerjoff. Finally, the last fragrance I'll be talking about today was a gift. This is Valentino Noir Absolu. This fragrance has got some plum in it, it's got some leather in it. Again, this is a fruity grown type of fragrance. The leather in this fragrance is definitely more pronounced than the leather in La Capitale. So if you do not like leather, I strongly suggest that you steer away from this. The more popular versions of this fragrance I've seen are the pink one and the yellow one. I never really knew that this one existed until it was gifted to me. It's a really beautiful fragrance, sophisticated. If you want to try something from the Donna line and you want something more unisex that you and your hubby could share, or you and your boyfriend could share, or you and your girlfriend could share, then Noir Absolute is definitely the way to go. Those are some of the new fragrances that I have welcomed into my collection. I definitely need to take a breather now and just rest because we're barely into March and I think I've done a bit of damage. So I'll try not to. I'll probably be doing a dry March where I would not be purchasing any fragrances yeah, until maybe April or May, something like that. Anywho, go ahead and let me know if you own any of the fragrances that I have talked about today. Also go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Like, share and subscribe, guys. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video, stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi. And starting off is from the house of, you all already know how I feel about flankers of fragrances, so there you go. A couple of, it's been my signature scent. This fragrance is, but this, I personally feel like this is, you all already